is going to start in 3 minutes. We would like to invite you to please take your seat. Thank you. 现场所有长官以及各位会展业界贵宾，今天的活动即将在3分钟之后开始。我们邀请所有贵宾可以陆续的入座，谢谢大家。Ladies and gentlemen, today's event is going to start in 1 minute. Please take your seat. Thank you. 现场所有贵宾，今天的活动在1分钟之后马上就要正式开始，我们请您入座。组长、现场所有贵宾以及我们会展业界的先进媒体朋友们，以及同步在线上收看的国际好友们，大家午安！我是今天的主持人周明景 Sophia， 非常荣幸能够担任我们今天国际发表会的主持人，共同来见证我们台湾会展永续发展白皮书的发表，以及呢我们的授证典礼。稍后呢将会有许多优秀的台湾我们的会展业者上台来接受殊荣。 讲到会展产业呢，全球现在是以永续为共同的目标。而今天呢，我们的发表会当中呢，将会推出亚洲首创的永续会展发展的白皮书，这是我们官方的首次推出的版本。里面的内容呢，将可以提供我们国内外的会展业者，作为未来我们制作以及我们来举办会展的一个非常重要的方向以及遵循的一些规章。另外呢，也将我们台湾宝贵的会展经验分享给全世界。同时，刚才明姐也提到，今天会有授证典礼来表扬我们国内非常优秀的会展业者。今天呢，我们当然整场记者会也是以永续跟绿色作为主轴，所以不知道贵宾们有没有发现，您今天拿到的邀请函上面，我们特别列印出来了所有的这个交通方式里面的碳排放量，所以您可以自己斟酌做选择。还有今天呢，在会场当中，我们是完全没有输出物的，全部都是以绿色环保为概念。刚才您在入场的时候也会看到一个非常美丽的直升墙，取代了我们过去呢做出的这个印刷物，用美丽的直升墙来当做大家可以留下美丽倩影的一个纪念的一个方式。同时呢，今天所有我们详细的内容都会以 digital 以数位的方式呈现给大家。我想今天这场记者会就是我们的台湾会展永续发展的一个缩影，也希望让全世界都可以看到我们台湾对于永续所做出的努力。而稍后呢，我们就要来正式的公布我们最新的白皮书，也请大家敬请期待。Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taiwan MICE ESG Day. My name is Sophia. It is such an honor for me to be your MC today and to share with you the official 2022 Taiwan MICE Sustainability White Paper, which we will be released very shortly. And before that, I would like to introduce our VIP guests. 在此之前呢，先让我们来介绍今天与会的重量级长官跟贵宾，也请您起身跟大家挥挥手。今天有很多的国际好友都是透过网络来加入我们的。首先欢迎的是我们的主办单位中华民国对外贸易发展协会的王新龙秘书长 ，Mr. Simon Wong, President and CEO of TITA。经济部国际贸易局张淑义组长 ，Ms. Shui Zhang, Deputy Director, State Development Division, Bureau of Foreign Trade, MOU。中华民国展览及会议商业同业工会的周辉立理事长 ，Mr. Felix Chu, President of Taiwan Exhibition and Convention Association。中华民国会议展览协会吴金正理事长 ，Mr. James Wu, Taiwan Convention and Exhibition Association。以及我们的台湾检验科技 SGS 高博宇副总 Mr. Stephen Powell, Vice President of SGS Taiwan。高雄展览馆涂雨欣总经理 Ms. Catherine Tu, General Manager of Kaohsiung Exhibition Center Corporation。巨蛋展览公司连仁龙总经理 Mr. Kenny Lian, General Manager of Big Dome。大台南会展中心吉思国际会议顾问有限公司的执行长特助王一仁先生 ，Mr. Jackie Wong, Executive Assistant of GIS Group and ICP Taiwan. Last but not least, 南港展览馆罗明植主任 ，Mr. Sam Low, Executive Director of Taipei Nangang Exhibition Center. 当然，现场还有非常多重量级我们会展业界的贵宾，没有办法一一介绍，还请大家多多的包涵。那么首先呢，先让我们来邀请活动的主人上台来说几句话。Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the host of today's event to come up to the stage and share a few words. 一起来欢迎贸易局的张淑义组长。Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Shu Yi-zhang, Deputy Director.
外贸协会王秘书长。会展工会邱理事长、会展协会吴理事长，还有 SGS 的包副总哈。那各位与会的业界先进贵宾，还有朋友，以及在线上观看直播的国外的参展的好朋友哈，大家好哈。那这边呢，仅代表贸易局欢迎各位哈能够拨冗来参加今天的我们台湾会展产业永续白皮书国际发表会的活动啊。我想我们都知道，过去3年其实全球的经济活动也受到了很严重的影响哈。那我国的会展产业呢，在疫情的期间，都会透过科技的辅助， 还有业者的坚持之下，其实我们努力着维持着会展活动的正常运作，也展现了我们业者坚强的台湾韧性。那随着全球的这个净零碳排的意识来兴起，永续已经成为国际间共同关键字。面临的气候变迁还有疫情的影响，其实永续已经从过去是 plus 也就是加值的这个概念转变到现在成为 must， 就是必须要做的一件事情。那大到国家，小到个人，也是各个产业都不可忽视的使命。那多年来呢，其实贸易局不仅制定了这个会展永续的指南其实我们也协助业者将永续的做法去落实在我们的会展的活动。那同时呢，也辅导这些会展的业者取得国际认证。那过去我们的绿色会展的专案也曾经获得国际展览业协会，也就是 UFI 它的永续奖的这个认可然后现在呢，我们想要再继续推我们的这个永续环境就是台湾的永续环境的发展。那今年呢，首度我们也跟 UFI 也就是刚刚所讲展览业协会来共同合作，推出了我们台湾会展产业永续白皮书那当然，这个永续白皮书我们也特别的委托富有专业的这个安侯永续发展顾问公司，也是 KPMG 来执行我想这个内容呢是汇集了很多国内外的案例还有做法。那作为落实永续发展目标的一个重要的指引，希望能够协助会展业者还有利害关系者去导入ESG 还有 SDGs 的趋势，来办理这个会展的相关的活动，希望能够落实永续会展的作为，创造更好共荣的社会的环境。那同时呢，也可以提供给全球会展产业作为来参考，让世界看见台湾推动永续会展的努力跟决心。那我们也期待能透过今天的永续白皮书的发展呢，能够吸引更多的业者能够来共同来参与加入我们这个净零碳排的行列，让台湾成为亚洲甚至于是全球重要的永续会展的目的地。那另外呢，也跟各位报告，今天除了这个发展永续白皮书其实我们也要借这个机会来颁发给取得这个国际永续相关的认证，还有这个展馆防疫安全的认证以及企业内部出口管控制度的这个业者感谢他们对于我们这个永续安全还有出口管制的努力那最后呢，再次感谢各位能够贵宾能够来参与我们的这样子的一个活动。那也希望线上观看直播的国际好朋友们能够来共襄的盛举那感谢各位，那也祝各位大家事业成功，万事如意。谢谢大家。
谢谢组长 ，Thank you, Deputy Director。也让民警做一个简单快速的翻译。During the pandemic, Taiwan MICE industry didn't stop to evolve and upgrade. And now as the national border opens, we are ready and welcome international companies to come to Taiwan. The new Taiwan MICE industry is strongly built on the sustainable goal. We have endeavored and devoted to make ESG into practical actions. And today, through publishing of the white paper, we want to show the world that Taiwan is well prepared and well ready to welcome the world. 谢谢组长。好，那么接下来呢，让我们来欢迎同样也是我们的活动主办中华民国对外贸易发展协会的王希蒙秘书长。And next, please join me and welcome Mr. Simon Wong, President and CEO of TITA.
经济部国际贸易局张组长，还有我们今天会展界的领袖，展览工会邱理事长，还有会展协会吴理事长，以及 SGS 的副总。那么我也看到这个刚才也有提到，就是我们安营公司的涂总裁，还有很多贵宾，因为时间的关系没有办法一一唱名，请大家原谅哈。那么各位先进、各位女士、各位先生，还有线上的好朋友，还有 UFI 亚洲区的代表 Mark 也在现场，也在线上哈。那么各位贵宾、各位女士、各位先生，大家午安，大家好。我想今天非常荣幸，那么代表这个Meet Taiwan 经济部国际贸易局的 Meet Taiwan 计划以及展览竞争力的计划的这个执行单位，就是外贸协会，在这边竭诚的欢迎大家出席今天的这项活动，也非常感谢国际贸易局一直以来的这个提点跟支持，还有各位的参与支持，那么我们的各项活动，那么相关的计划也才能够执行的非常的圆满。那么永续这件事情，我想它的重要性大家不要再说了，但是我想说几个重点啊。第一个呢，就是说永续呢是我们这个身为地球一份子的我们哈，必须要去等于说是要去扛的一个责任呢，是一个非常重要的一个责任哈。那么这个1.5度C 的绝处求生线，我们叫 fight for survival 哈 ，fight for survival。那么这个是世世代代的一个责任了哈。那现在多国籍企业很多的做法哈，那么逼的这个我们必须要去做这件事情。像比如说一些多国籍企业，它现在在全球的 operation， 全球的分公司哈，那么它要求这些分公司，它 offer 给这些高管、分公司高管、高阶主管的坐车啊，这些坐车呢必须要是电动车哈，它要求他们要去使用或者租用电动车哈。那么这个电动车要充电嘛，对不对？那么这个分公司所处的办公大楼如果没有充电设施的话，那么这个分公司就会跟这个办公大楼说再见哈。所以这个就是一个非常明显的例子哈。那第二个就是永续呢，必须是融入日常运作、日常营运的一个习惯啊。那我们看到我记得远百，我们这附近的远百 A13， 他们当时在做开幕典礼的时候呢，因为要减碳嘛哈，所以他们就设定了超过50个 KPI， 包括卫生纸怎么使用啦、汽车怎么安排啦、物流怎么处理啦等等哈，设定超过50个 KPI。那这个呢，就是把它融入到日常的生活营运哈。像我们今天的永续活动，刚才我们主持人讲得很好，它就是一个体现会展活动去进行永续的一个缩影哈。刚才这样的一个说法非常认同哈。那么第三个就是永续啊，基本上是一个欢喜做甘愿受的一个志业哈。那所谓志业就是一辈子的事情，它利人利己哈，对自己、对企业、对社会、对国家、对地球都是一个有利的事情哈。那么今天我们非常高兴，就是说我们跟这个刚才张组长有提到了，我们跟这个WFI 就是全球展览界的一个重磅的组织哈，WFI 国际展览协会合作来出版台湾会展产业永续白皮书哈。那这个呢，就是我们非常荣幸能够邀请到，就是刚才提到了 KPMG 的团队哈，由这个黄正中董事总经理，那么他来进行这个协助来撰写，他们来协助撰写。那么根据他们的专业知识，根据跟WFI的讨论，那么根据采访我们的会展的业者哈，那么然后呢，产生了一个等于说是会展产业的永续的一个循环圈啊。那这个循环圈叫 Circle。等一下稍晚这个黄正中董事总经理会在线上啊，据说他确诊哈，会在线上跟大家做一个更进一步的阐述。也就是说，我们有一个这样的一个策略性的架构。那么将来呢，我们的会展业者他要做这个永续方面的作为的话，他就可以有一个参考咨询的一个指引哈。所以我想这是一个非常有意义的现象。那么对于会展业来说，会展基本上是个服务业哈。我还有几句话要说。第一个呢，就是我们要勇敢的说不哈。什么叫勇敢的说不呢？我们要勇敢的对顾客说不哈。好大胆子啊，对顾客说不哈！顾客是上帝，对不对？ 那么顾客是绝对不能得罪的。但是如果顾客要求我们这个做非永续的作为的话，比如说他要求我们这个要产生很多碳的这种事情的话，也许我们就要跟他大胆的跟他说不。第二个，我们要温暖的说要，我们要对我们的员工要温暖啊。刚才那个涂总裁跟我讲说，他们呢这个12号要办尾牙啊，虽然说这个在这几年很辛苦哈，但是呢，今年还是要办尾牙啊，这就是一个对员工非常温暖的一个做法。那么对于性别平等这个部分，是不是也要温暖的说要啊？那么第三个呢，就是我们要大方的说透啊，透就是透明啊，就是说我们在公司治理方面，我们希望能够做很多必要的揭露啊。所以我想今天呢，就是一个我们觉得非常开心的场合。刚才我们的主持人也有提到了，非常开心的场合，还有张组长也提到了，就是说我们第一个我们要出版一本书，这个书叫做《台湾会展产业白皮书》。那么第二个呢，会授证授给这个很多 qualified 的很棒的业者哈。那么第三个，我们会听到一些简报，那么分享得到很多的知识。所以今天是一个非常棒的场合，而且再过几天就是54321跨年的这个倒数啊，所以每次倒数我都觉得很开心。虽然多了1岁，可是我的心态是非常年轻的啊。最后祝福大家新年快乐，心想事成，谢谢大家。
Thank you, President Wang。谢谢秘书长，请入座。同样也让我做一个简单的翻译。On behalf of Meet Taiwan Program and TITA, it's my pleasure to welcome you all today. And sustainability is, for us, global citizens' responsibility. To make sustainability practical, we really have to embrace the idea in our daily life. Always keep it in mind. Sometimes you might even have to learn to say no to your clients. And also the highlight today is the releasing of the 2022 Taiwan MICE Sustainability White Paper. We're honored to collaborate with world-renowned organization UFI to offer the important protocol to international MICE industry. And also New Year is coming up. President Wang wants to take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to everyone. 谢谢秘书长，再一次掌声，谢谢我们的秘书长。好，在我们的这个永续白皮书正式发表之前呢，我们有一段非常重要的影片，它来自于我们国际会展界的重量级人物，也是我们 UFI 的董事总经理。为了今天我们的活动呢，录制了一段影片要送给大家。Now, before we officially release the 2022 Taiwan MICE Sustainability White Paper, we have a very special video clip from the blessing of UFI CEO, Mr. Kai Hattendorf. Let's have a look.
Hello, my name is Kai Hattendorf. I am the CEO of UFI, the Global Association for the Exhibition Industry. And I had to record this message because I cannot join you today in real time. And I'm pleased to share that my colleague Mark Cochran, who runs our Asia Pacific office, is with you remotely online. Now, I want to applaud you on the work you are doing around the climate challenge and around ESG. At UFI, we believe that the answer to the climate threat and climate crisis is one of the biggest challenges we face in the exhibition and events industry over the coming years. And that it is up to us as an industry to show that we are part of the solution to the climate crisis and not part of a problem to the climate crisis. We all know that when we bring together everyone to meet in one place, of course we create a carbon footprint. But we also know as an industry how we can minimize that and how can we work together to do that. And just as well, we know that by bringing everyone together to meet in one place at one time, the greenhouse gases produced to facilitate all that exchange of information, all that generation of ideas, all that facilitation of trade, the greenhouse gases emitted to facilitate that are a fraction compared to the huge amount that would be produced otherwise if we wouldn't build these central meeting places and marketplaces. And everybody would have to travel lens far and near to get a similar amount of dialogue and transaction done and closed. So how do we act on this as an industry? We have launched the Net Zero Carbon Events Initiative in 2021. UFI was one of the proud initiators, and this has grown to be the biggest, most inclusive, most global collaboration we've ever seen across the events industry globally. With support of the United Nations UNFCCC, we have facilitated first the writing of a pledge for our industry to align with the targets of the Paris Climate Accord, and we presented that at COP26 in Glasgow. 1 year later, a few weeks back in Sharm el-Sheikh at COP27, we presented the roadmap. So this is a document that shows how we are going to implement all the changes needed to halve our greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 and become net zero carbon by 2050 as an industry. These tools are the result of a global collaboration of so many players in the industry, comparable to the effort you've been going through to come up with your plan and your ideas that you're presenting today. And all these initiatives are linked and tied and working together with the sole mission to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and basically keep the global rise of temperatures in check as far as we can while we figure out a way to tackle them in the long run. So I applaud the work you're doing today. I'm pleased if we could play a small role in it, and I look forward to whatever collaborations come out of this work, and rest assured UFI will be there to support you as well as the whole industry on our journey to be a less carbon-intense industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hattendorf. 非常谢谢我们 UFI 的董事总经理特别为我们录制的影片。UFI 呢是全世界最大也最具有影响力的国际会展组织，它在全世界呢有数万名的会员。那么此次呢，我们推出的台湾会展产业永续白皮书，就是跟 UFI 共同来撰写及推出的。所以我们相信对全球的会展产业业者，对大家来说呢，会有相当大的帮助。等一下呢，详细的内容也会一一的跟大家来布达。那么接下来还有一位神秘嘉宾，他从一开始就在网络上面连线加入我们，我们要将他放上荧幕来跟大家打声招呼。Next, I'm going to invite a special guest who is going to join us online, live on the screen. He is Mr. Mark Cochrane, UFI Asia Pacific Representative. 我们来欢迎 UFI 的亚太区代表 Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Hi. Have you heard the applause from everybody?
I can hear it. Thank you. That's very welcoming.
It's so good to have you with us today. So why don't we just start right away, because we can't wait to hear some of the very precious suggestions from you. 我们都知道呢，在后疫情时代，其实全球的会展产业都面临了很多的考验，也正在进行转型跟升级。我们想要听听从 Mark 他的观点来看看，目前亚洲我们的永续会展的做法跟欧洲以及美洲比起来，我们的程度在哪里？我们现在做的如何？ So Mark, my first question is to invite you to give us some valuable suggestion. In terms of practice in ESG, how do you think Asian MICE industry is doing so far, comparing to the Europe and America?
Yeah, it's really, although it's a global initiative, it really depends on local conditions. So it varies a lot, not only, comparing Europe and the U.S. to Asia, but market to market across Asia. There's a lot of factors that affect what MICE organizers, MICE stakeholders can do. It depends on local regulations, cost of doing business, access to recyclable materials, and the demand and expectations from exhibitors and visitors. So if you just permit me, I'll give you an example of the variance in the markets across Asia. If you take sustainability in a market like Hong Kong, where I live, it's expensive to do storage, expensive for venue rental, for materials, for labor costs. So some of the sustainability measures are different and more difficult to implement than compared to other markets. Like if you look at India, obviously labor is less cost, venue is less cost. They have an informal recycling system that works quite well for large-scale exhibitions there. So it really depends on the market and the city, and I think the key thing is to do exactly what you guys have done here today, and I congratulate Bureau of Foreign Trade, TITA, Meet Taiwan, and KPMG for supporting this white paper, because you just have to take that first step. You have to define your goals for before, during, and after the event, and then you have to look at how you're going to measure, how you're going to implement, and then disclose the results. It sounds easy, but it's easy to get lost in that process. So papers like this white paper are really important for an industry to take that first step.
Okay, allow me to do a brief translation for you, Mark.
Sure.
刚才 Mark 有提到，其实讲到永续上面的发展哦，基于不同的市场、不同的国家、不同的地域，我们会面临不同的状况，所以以这样的情况其实是很难来做比较的。尤其是讲到每个地方的法规呀，还有劳工成本等等都不同，所以其实最重要的是将永续的概念 keep in mind， 牢牢的记住，这是我们重要的目标之外，他也特别提到，今天我们要发表的这个白皮书是相当重要的，它将会提供给国内外的 MICE 的业者的很重要的依循的方向，所以也让我们更期待等一下白皮书的发表。All right, so Mark, the next question is that after the pandemic and also because of the geological, political instability, it has great impact on the earth, on everybody. What about your view? What is your view on the trends in the coming year in Asia market? 接下来你对亚洲市场，尤其是会展市场，你的看法是什么？
Right, so trends for Asian MICE, it's changing so fast, and I'm happy to say that. If you were holding this event 1 month ago in November, I would have been much more gloomy, much less optimistic. But even it shows you how quickly things can change. In Hong Kong, they've dropped most of the COVID restrictions now, so international visitors can come and go and move freely, which is essential for the exhibition industry in Hong Kong. China went from a period of a month ago, they were doing lockdowns. There were almost no markets that were able to go ahead with exhibitions. And now, 1 month later, they've dropped so many of their COVID restrictions that events are up and running, domestic events are up and running. And as of January 8th, I believe this news just came out yesterday or the day before, international visitors will be able to come and go in China without quarantine with a simple PCR test. So that is essential not only for the Chinese exhibition industry, but for exhibitions around Asia, because so many of them rely on mainland exhibitors and visitors at their events. So I think these are just a couple examples of how we were looking a little bit more gloomy for 2023, and now I'm happy to tell you as we head into the new year that things are looking much more optimistic for getting back to 2019 levels.
Yeah, we feel the same too. 也让我为 Mark 再做一个简单的翻译。现在的这个国际也可以真的是说瞬息万变，在1个月之前11月，一切的情况真的都还不明朗，而到了现在呢，哇，什么都不一样了，国际的边境开放了，那甚至于中国呢，大家也看到了，在1月8号呢，国际的旅客也可以开始进出了。我想这对MICE 产业来说，随着各个国家的边境开放，都是一件值得开心的事情，有一点像是隧道底我们看到光明了。所以未来的会展产业是值得期待的。All right, thank you, Mark. Even though the time is very short, we hate to let you go, but this is the end of our conversation. But I want you to hold there because we're going to have a photo session together with you. 我们要请 Mark 在我们的镜头上面留步，因为我们要透过连线来进行一个很特别的合影。让我再次的邀请我们的2位长官，王秘书长以及张淑仪组长来到台上，同时还有一位嘉宾要透过 Live 连线加入我们的是 KPMG 研究团队的黄正中董事总经理。And I would like to also invite Mr. Niven Huang, Managing Director from KPMG's research team. We're going to have a special group photo on stage. This is the best demonstration of virtual real integration. 2 guests on location and you 2 gentlemen online. All right, 董事总经理，您一个人可以把口罩拿下来吧，方便吗？ Can we take off the mask? Perfect. Thank you very much. 好，请不要忘了您的笑容。Don't forget your smile. And 3, 2, 1. Your brightest smile. 谢谢，可以给我们的长官一点掌声。谢谢，这是我们最好的虚实整合的一个范例。谢谢2位长官，请入座。And Mark, thank you so much. We hope to see you in Taiwan very soon. Thank you, Mark.
I can't wait to be back. Thank you very much. Good luck.
All right, take care. Happy New Year. 谢谢 Mark。好的，各位贵宾，刚才呢，我们的几位长官跟贵宾都提到了，即将发表的台湾会展产业永续白皮书是非常重要的。那么接下来呢，我们就要邀请我们正在连线框上面的 KPMG 研究团队黄振中董事总经理亲自来为我们布达。Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Niven Huang, he will be releasing the 2022 Taiwan MICE Sustainability White Paper. 掌声欢迎他。
Good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Today is my honor to join this event to launch the Taiwan MICE Sustainability White Paper. I would like to spend about 10 minutes to give a briefing how we make this sustainability MICE, the framework called circle, to be done, and then what is the main purpose. Could you please go to the next slide? I believe that all of us have already witnessed for the last 3 years, even up to now, the pressing global challenge to our unsustainable world. The current pressing challenges is including the resource constraint and then climate change and carbon constraint, and also very important but always ignored in sustainability part for the MICE industry, that is the social inequality constraint. So if we look at the future, what we are going to face, that will be something like the resource constraints, carbon constraint, and social inequality constraint future. So we need to dedicate ourselves to find out the solution for meeting our sustainable future. As you may know, that the MICE industry, the major purpose is always try to deliver the sustainable and future solution, no matter which sector is. So it covers 360 degrees to deliver the potential solution for meeting our needs. So that is very important that the MICE industries to consider how we can sustain ourselves to support the whole world to deliver the sustainable solution with big positive impact. Next slide. Based on the UFIS, the global surveys, they would like to give the recommended prioritize to the MICE industries. According to the last 2 years comparison, you can see in 2020, the respondent has already feedback 9%. That shows that the MICE industry can also make its own exhibition much more sustainable. In 2021, and then this respondents has been already increased 3% more to 12%. So in corresponding to this call and second trend, so the Taiwan the Ministry of Economic Affairs, the Bureau of Foreign Trade, and also TITA decided to develop a framework that can support the MICE industry to make the industry itself much more sustainable through all of the MICE event. So in the next slide, how we KPMG, we got this assignment, and then we follow the process of closing the gap by several important steps. The first one is consolidating all of the recommendations to be, for example, like a green exhibition, sustainable exhibition, a lot of guidance, including UFI and some other related organization has been already disclosed or launched some of the recommendation. So consolidation is we just pull all of the most important action items together, then we analyze what is the most important material corresponding to the different material issue in corresponding to the environmental and social challenge. The third step is we design and framing the structure, how we can come out the final workable, operationable, and much easy to use guidance to all of the key stakeholders in the MICE industry, no matter that it's only in Taiwan or outside Taiwan, the whole world, in the region, Asia Pacific too. And number 4 is we just collect a lot of showcases that have been successfully implemented lots of sustainability action in the MICE event. And then the last 2 steps is we also have key stakeholder engagement. We interview some of the key persons in this industry and try to collect the perspective and also some input, and then those kind of recommendation or perspective has been already integrated together. And the last step is to finalize the whole framework. And then next slide, for the whole framework, we try to also address the key 4 pain points for the MICE industry when we want to address the sustainability challenges that include the first one is the MICE industry itself is the sustainability solution platform for meeting our sustainable futures need for and also working out the current and pressing challenges. So we are not just only try to be dedicated the MICE industry to walk the talk on their exhibition meeting and also some conference and etc. But it's very important that we got to make the MICE industry become the global unique platform for the solution deployment regarding to the sustainability solution. And the second pain point is in the past, a lot of, for example, like green guidelines, the guideline for green exhibition, conference, meeting, etc. Most of those kind of sustainability action items focus on environmental area, but the circle framework for sustainability action for the MICE industries, we also add lots of the social aspect because that is very important too. And the third pain point is no matter what kind of action, after working the talk, very important is to assessment and evaluate the impact, and then also to make all of the result and outcome to be transparent. So disclosure is also very important part of our sustainability action. And the last one is all of the effort come out one comprehensive strategic approach, and this framework can be applicable to all of the key stakeholders in the MICE industry, not just only in Taiwan, but also regionally and globally. And next slide just highlight the principles of the circle. So we use the SIRCO as to stand for the this sustainable circle. And then S means sustainability, I mean impact, and R stands for resilience, and C stands for collaboration, and O stands for ownership. So if you review the detailed report of this white paper, then you will clearly see what the circles mean. We have already built up this framework by engaging all of the key stakeholders, including PEO, PCO in the MICE industries, and then to make every organization to be accountable, to be part of the solution, because we are all part of the problem. So everyone in the MICE industry should be also part of the solution. The next slide. So the holistic framework, we have already used this demonstration figure. That is, the circle can be divided into three major parts. The first one, most important one, is we focus on the governance. So that means every of the MICE industries, that should be something like top-down by integrating ESG sustainability into governance and management. So the value proposition corresponds to the sustainability challenge of every action and event of the MICE industries. It's very important we can make everything initiated from the governance, monitored by the governance, and also driven by the governance. The second part will be the implementation, including every detailed action item before the event, during the event, and also after the event. And the last one will be impact measurement and disclosure. So that is something like the outcome, impact measurement and management, and also the most important is disclosure. That means the communication by driving much more proactive action for following up and legacy will become one also very important of the outcome. And then the next slide will demonstrate you that the holistic structure of this framework, we already developed all of the action items with the checking list that can facilitate all of the key stakeholders in the MICE industry can use those checking lists to evaluate, to think about how they can design their event before the event, and then how they can walk the talk for every action item during the event, and then also what they have to do after the event. So you can see that the circle is a quite comprehensive strategic approach, and everything can be demonstrated in a very simplified methodology by following and also providing with a very clear described action item, and then the structurized concept can facilitate the key stakeholder of the MICE industry that they can adapt, step by step to achieve the sustainable development goal by the MICE industry. But most important is that we gotta also quantify and evaluate the impact. The next slide, by providing and launching this white paper, the circle framework that can be promoted and applied by the global MICE industry, with meeting the three major goals. The first one is we, by leveraging this framework, we just guide the MICE industry gradually to be fully aware of what is going on right now of the whole world in terms of the global unsustainability, the mega force and risk. And then by perceiving what is going on right now, then we can understand why we need to take that kind of a lot of related action. And the second thing is we would like to use this framework and also try to guide the MICE industry to learn a lot of showcase and also explore lots of potential showcase in the near future by one of the key stakeholders by innovative action can bring a lot of valuable contribution to this industry, because we would like every small scale action can be scaled up, then that means the really big positive impact can be the case if all of the MICE industries stakeholders take the same action. The third goal is this framework we would like to make it also to be applied as much as possible. Without participation by following and using this framework, I think we can achieve nothing. But the white paper, the most important is if the framework is operational, workable, and easy enough to let every key stakeholder in the MICE industry can try to use it and try to adopt it, and then also can promote it and even can influence some other key stakeholder, another key stakeholder in this MICE industry to join the same action. I think we can also make a difference. I think that is the original idea of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs, and also the TITA's intention. We would not just only focus on the MICE industry here in Taiwan, but also we would like to be part of the contributor to the whole world's MICE industry to follow this simplified, well-structured cycle framework to make our world much more sustainable. And the last slide, if you need to have more detailed information, please just scan, and I think maybe all of the packaging information will be very soon to be downloadable in the website. And thank you very much for your listening.
Thank you, Mr. Ivan Huang. 谢谢黄正中董事总经理，来自 KPMG 研究团队。今天现场也有 KPMG 研究团队的成员们，会非常乐意协助我们所有会展业界的先进。如果您有任何的疑问需要协助的话，我们是不是请 KPMG 研究团队的 team members? Would you like to stand up and wave your hand? So later we have this opportunity to talk more about the white paper with you. Thank you very much. 好，接下来呢，我们要讲到今天重点，就是永续，它不是口号，它是我们的目标，要放在我们每天的行动当中。所以我们要邀请每一位现场贵宾跟我们的长官一起来进行宣誓仪式。we talk about ESG, we talk about sustainability. They are not just a goal, they are real actions. So now I would like to invite everybody to join us in the declaration ceremony. Now we will have the QR code on stage. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at the QR code, please do so right now. This is how you can join the signature declaration later. 我们请大家呢赶快趁此机会扫一下我们的 QR code， 加入我们的宣誓大会。在此之前，我们要再次的邀请我们几位长官来到舞台上，邀请我们贸协的王秘书长 ，Let's welcome President Simon Wong。以及经济部贸易局的张组长 Deputy Director 张，以及中华民国展览及会议商业同业公会的邱慧丽理事长 Mr. Felix Chu， 以及中华民国会议展览协会的吴金正理事长 Mr. James Wu。好，在我们的长官面前都有一台 iPad， 我们是不是先请长官先来一张合影好不好 ？Let's first take a photo together。请帮我们看向正前方官方摄影。好，贵宾们，请您扫描好QR code，准备好您手中的手机，等等一起加入我们的宣誓，好吗 ？Alright, later on my mark, please sign your name. 在倒数之后，请您签下您的大名。3, 2, 1。有请台上的长官签下您的大名，宣誓我们将会对永续尽一份心。看到我们的秘书长、组长、理事长，还有我们的吴金正理事长，大名都已经签上去了，掌声！这宣誓我们对永续的目标向前 我们，同学们，请工作人员帮我们移开镜子。同时，透过视讯，我们将在场每位贵宾您宝贵的签名也都将投影在荧幕上面。我们再来一张回好不好？投到长官，请为我们台湾永续按个赞，会展前进按个赞。Today we declare that Taiwan MICE stakeholders commit to sustainability, reducing carbon emissions. Let's go for net zero carbon event. 好的，非常谢谢秘书长，谢谢组长，谢谢两位我们贵宾，请入座，谢谢。在宣誓过后呢，我们也希望台湾的会展产业继续的向前迈进，继续的引领我们国际的会展业。接下来呢，我们就马上进行到我们的颁奖典礼。为了跟永续接轨 ，Meet Taiwan 导入了企业永续报告书。在这当中呢，我们协助了许多的业者取得国际的认证，也导入了许多的 ISO， 包含了 ISO 500001能源管理系统辅导，以及 ISO 的14061。2018的温室气体盘查 ，ISO 20121活动永续管理系统，以及 GBAC Star 全球生物风险的咨询委员会之星认证。所以接下来马上就要台上来进行颁奖典礼。首先呢，邀请我们的颁奖人来到舞台上，也就是我们的组长张组长，有请。还有我们的台湾检验科技 SGS 包博宇副总经理也有请。好的，首先来恭喜我们的得奖企业，首先是企业永续报告书得奖单位巨蛋展览公司，有请连仁龙总经理。We're going to present the ESG report. Congratulations to Big Dome Event Rental Service Company. Let's welcome President 任龙连。Let's have a photo together. 恭喜我们请总经理台旁筛选一盆。紧接着呢，我们要颁发的是 ISO 20121活动永续管理系统认证。恭喜大台南会展中心，有请执行长特助王一元先生。Next, we're going to present the ISO 20121 Event Sustainability Management System Certification to ICC Taiwan. Let's welcome Jackie Wong. 好，恭喜大台南会展中心，我们请您在台旁稍后。紧接着颁发的是 ISO 14064-1 2018温室气体盘查标准认证，恭喜南港展览馆1、2馆。我们欢迎王明植主任。Next, we will be presenting the ISO 14064 2018 Greenhouse Gases Inventory Standard Certification. Congratulations to Nandong Exhibition Hall. Let's welcome the director, Ling Chu-luo. 好，我们请魏主任留步。接下来我们请两位得奖者一起来到台上合影。我们请3位得奖者站在正中央。好，组长跟我们的贵宾，请一起看向正前方。Please look straight ahead to the official cameraman and our media. Can we have you welcome up? 好，恭喜得奖单位，也谢谢我们的颁奖贵宾。我们请组长台上留步，其余贵宾请入座。紧接着我们要来颁发的是 GBAC 认证。Next, we will be presenting the GBAC certification. 让我们恭喜得奖单位高雄展览馆，我们欢迎涂雨欣总经理上台。Congratulations to Kaohsiung Exhibition Center. It is certified in October this year. Let's welcome Ms. Catherine Tu, General Manager. GBAC 是一个国际认证的非常严格的标准，也代表了申请单位的用心。 恭喜！得奖者请入座，我们请组长呢在台旁稍后。得奖者请入座，恭喜！接下来是一个特别的奖项，是由经济部国际贸易局所举办的 ICP 认证，这个是企业内部出口管控制度的缩写。这样的一个认证呢，已经成为国际间非常重要的标准，也用于战略性高科技货品跟技术的出口管制。我们马上来看看 ICP 认证，我们准备进入颁奖环节。恭喜得奖单位新唐科技股份有限公司，欢迎郑佑松副总经理。Congratulations to Novotel Technology Corporation. Let's welcome Vice President Yu Song Chen. 来张同意。恭喜新唐科技，再一张，再一张。好，看向正前方。好的，副总，谢谢您，请台旁稍后。紧接着恭喜台湾张兆股份有限公司，欢迎陈立纯总经理。Congratulations to Taiwan MICE Corporation. Today we welcome President Li-Tung Chen. 恭喜总经理，请台旁稍后。接下来我们恭喜稳茂半导体股份有限公司，欢迎于敏安协理。Congratulations to Lin Semiconductors Corporation. Let's welcome Mr. Lin Yu. 恭喜，我们请协理台旁稍后。紧接着恭喜奥欧达国际有限公司，欢迎彭本良物流协理。Congratulations to Association Manager of Logistics, Experton Company. 恭喜，请您台旁稍后。接下来恭喜有家实业股份有限公司，欢迎林晴玉执行长。Congratulations to Fairfront Enterprise Company. Let's welcome the CEO, Mr. Lin. 恭喜，请您台旁稍后。接下来恭喜高通半导体股份有限公司，有请张汝清资深经理。Congratulations to Qualcomm Semiconductor. Receiving the award is the Senior Manager, Ms. Lu Xing Chang. Congratulations. 我们请看正中央官方摄影。好，经理请台旁稍后。接下来恭喜台湾艾斯摩尔科技股份有限公司，有请詹廷慧端务专员。Congratulations to ESML Technology Taiwan. 好，请现在我们邀请所有得奖单位一起来到舞台上，跟我们的张组长一起进行大合影。上有7位得奖者，我们跟贸易局的张组长一起来留下非常难得的合影。哇，每一位贵宾脸上的笑容都非常灿烂，很骄傲，也代表这个奖项的肯定是得来不易的。好，我们请贵宾们看向正中央我们的官方摄影。恭喜所有得奖单位，也再次谢谢组长这么辛苦帮我们颁奖，恭喜，请入座。 好的，乐宾，我们今天的台湾会展产业永续白皮书的国际发表会跟授证典礼部分在这里呢暂时告一段落，但是请您不要离开座位，因为接下来呢我们有几场非常精彩的专题演讲，马上就要接续着进行。Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the ceremony, but please stay on your seat because next is the sharing session. We will have a lot of amazing keynote speech coming up. 那接下来我们就要把时间交给紧接着的司仪 Haley 小姐。Ladies and gentlemen, please invite our next host, Haley.